Welcome to the Showstopper Show special edition of the Sarah Show. I'm Sarah, and this is Josiah,
the Showstopper.
And today we are going to be not only reviewing but making as well the brand new Betty Crocker watermelon. It says cupcake mix, but we're going to be making cake out of it today. We've never tried this. We got the icing, everything ready. So let's see how it goes. Let's get started. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to preheat our oven, which I've already done over here to 350 degrees. We're going to take 2 of our non-stick pans. These are 9 inches by 1.5 inches round pans. And it says to grease them. We're going to go ahead and get these started. So I'll shake the can, spray. I like to do a pretty good bit of this all the way around. Cannot stand it if your cake breaks and sticks. You don't want it to be destroyed. So, okay, we got that. Got the cupcake mix right here. I'm going to call it the cake mix. As you can see, looks like it may turn a little pink. It has little black seeds in there. Looks like it's going to be for the watermelon. So we're going to go ahead and pour that in with our 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. And then it also calls for 1 cup of water, which we have already measured right here. We got the 3 eggs. So we got 1, 2, 3. Or as my neighbors say, uno, dos, tres. We're going to use this beater. We've had this since we got married. 10 years running. I think it's like a $5 one from Walmart. And guess what? It still works perfect. It's coming up 11 years in April.
Very
so
nice.
Let's try it out. It says to beat in a large bowl, then on medium speed for 2 minutes. And done. Smells really good. It's very sweet. Smells just like a watermelon.
Very sweet, and it's beat.
And we're ready to begin scraping.
We're going to scrape this lovely beaten batter. Beat the batter into the pans.
You want to make sure and get about half in each. You can see I cook a lot.
Right.
This isn't our first cake, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. We're going to be putting the cake into the oven, and we'll see you back in about 17 minutes. There is the timer.
Oh yes, the moment of truth. Let's see how these look. I haven't seen them yet. You haven't seen them yet. Let's check it out. We are putting them over to our towel to cool. And how much time do we need to cool? I believe it is about 20 minutes. It is 20 minutes to cool before you want to apply any kind of icing. You don't want the icing to melt as soon as you touch the freshly formed hot cakes. And we are ready to go for the next part.
Josiah forgot is I like to use a toothpick. In this case, I'm out, so I'm going to use this little kebab stick.
Hey, I had a pot holder on. Come on now.
Just stick it in, and if it comes out clean, just like that, that means your cake is done. Okay, so next we got the cakes that have been sitting out here on the counter. They're nice and cool. As you can see, cool to the touch. And one little trick that I do is I go ahead and I get the cake pan that I'm going to ice my cake on. I'm just going to do this one right here. And I just go ahead and I get it ready. Flip the first cake.
Ooh, look at that.
Give it a couple pats. Make sure it doesn't stick.
You're a good flipper.
Thank you. And I put enough spray in there. It shouldn't stick at all.
Ooh.
Perfection, as usual. And one little trick that my parents taught me is to do flat side on flat side. That way you can ice it easy. But first, I like to put icing on my layers. So I'm going to ice this part of the cake before I put the other piece on top. Just to let you know, on the other piece, one other thing that you can do is you just take a paper plate that usually fit right into these pans. Since I put this piece of cake on the tray that I'm going to use, this one, just to help it, just turn it over just like this. Again, you're going to knock on the top, so we don't want it to stick at all. Should come out perfect.
Ooh, okay. Clean.
Yep, clean. It's that good, great value cooking spray.
Looks like you're armed and ready here.
Yes, we got the Betty Crocker watermelon frosting, and also this is my trusty little Wilton cake knife that I'm going to be using to ice the cake. Let's go ahead and open this up.
I guess there is a very nice
Plastic steel. It's got a box top here. If you don't want them,
school.
send them into your local school. We do. 10 cents for every box top. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the icing, or the frosting as it says.
Ooh.
That smells really good.
That does. Man, it smells like watermelon, bubble gum.
I keep this in my pantry at room temperature. That way it's not too hard. So now we're gonna ice this piece. It's nice and cool. And next up, we are going to frost the cake. Well, if it's not cool and you try to put the frosting on, it will rip your cake. So, but this is very, very cool. It's been sitting for quite some time. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to just very lightly, I just like to do a very thin layer the top.
Michelangelo would be proud of your art skills.
And this is going to be so when you cut inside of the cake, you're going to get that nice, beautiful layer in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and right to the edge right there.
This is the middle layer.
And now you are going to want to ice around the bottom, but I actually wait until I flip the other piece of the cake on the top. Ices a lot more smoothly than it does if you do them separately. And also if you do it on this, you probably won't get frosting on there. If you're worried about it being a professional, then you might want to do that somewhere else.
So now we're about to stack.
So yes, like I said, the flat piece on the flat piece, so it lays perfect. Take that off.
We have a hat.
Yeah, but you can see the cake came off just a little bit on the plate, but not to worry. We'll ice over that and you'll never be able to tell. Okay, so now next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and ice the top layer. It's nice and cool. We're just going to go really smooth around just like that. Oops. And again, you want to make sure it's nice and cool because if it's not and you try to ice it, the cake will peel up and it would look very nasty. You'll have little flecks of the cake all in it. No, we're actually going to take this towel up that's underneath. I took the towel up because I like to be able to spin it as I go. I could really do that with the towel. So it just makes it a lot quicker and a lot nicer.
Automatic cake spinner.
I don't really have one of those lying around, but maybe I should invest. If anybody out there wants to send me one, I'll be happy to review it and show it to everyone. Towel, and actually two. We're going to take the first one and we're going to wipe all the extra frosting off, just like this. And then we're going to take a cup. We're going to fill it up with some water. Put it right here. Just a little trick of the trade. Put a little water on that. Tap it dry. You're going to very smoothly go across your cake, just to smooth out any edges. You don't have to do this. It keeps the frosting from sticking. It also leaves that smooth effect. This works really well for buttercream frosting. So as you can see, this is our finished product. Nice and smooth on the top. If you wanted to write happy birthday or whatever you want to put on there, you can. We're going to go ahead and put the lid on. Oh, but first, we're going to take that lid right back off because it's time for another Showstopper review.
Oh. Welcome to the Showstoppers Food Review, episode 35. Today, you just witnessed us make this. Betty Crocker watermelon cake. I'm not trying to cut you off, honey. Limited edition. What we're going to do next is the best part of having a cake. We are going to cut the cake. And we're going down. Oh, that's deep. That's thick. It's rich. So what we're going to do is we're going to taste it. As you can see, we have it right here in the bowl. And we're going to cut a slice. And as you see, we have the extra layer. She put it right in the middle. And I will go ahead and take a bite. Betty Crocker limited edition watermelon cake.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to rate them. 1 being the worst cake we've ever had, and 5 being the everybody go buy this delicious cake. On the count of 3, we're going to shout out our rating. You got yours?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
5.
Ooh.
The reason I say that is because I've never tasted a watermelon cake, and that is the best ever. And I didn't have to chew. It melted in my mouth. It was so moist, so soft, so watermelon-y that it was perfect. There's nothing better that you would want out of a cake than this moist, soft, sweet cake that melts in your mouth.
Let me cut right there.
Like butter in a microwave.
Let me cut right there. I gave this a 3 because the texture is strange. The little black things inside that taste like seeds feel like you're eating an actual watermelon seed. For me, I don't care for that too much. A lot of people eat watermelon seeds. Taste one just by itself. That's a little funky for me.
Went right down.
It kind of tastes like watermelon bubblegum. The cake itself is delicious. I think if it had another flavor of icing on it that was not watermelon, like say a watermelon cake with a cream cheese icing maybe, I think that would be a little bit better, or vanilla. It's just too watermelon-ish for my taste. It is good though. I do like it. If someone served me a piece at a birthday party, I would eat it. This isn't something I would go out of my way to specifically bake or give to my kids or anything like that, but that's just my personal opinion.
That was deep right there.
Yeah.
And I totally respect that as well. I think it's a 5 though, because it's something you've never tasted. I've never tasted this before, and guess what? It works. Oh yeah. Think about making a cake like this and putting unwrapped pieces of bubble gum on it, the little watermelon, or you could do like little fake watermelons all over the top. So, we raise the glasses for the masses. May the forks be with you. Thank you for Sarah being in this video as well, as this was the first episode of the Joe Sarah Show as well.
Like, comment, subscribe. Please share. Please.
Tell your friends, your neighbors, even people you don't like, because maybe you don't like the cake and you want them to get it. The
show
show stops here.